Shalom, real quick, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakudah, Shalom to the 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there, Shalom to all. And I'm gonna entitle this video, I think they're gonna make it happen in 2026. And you should know what I'm talking about, starting in January. That doesn't mean that they're gonna push the thing out January so you can say, well, Tahar said January they're gonna set up the MOTB. I didn't say that. I said starting in 2026, they're going to begin to really push it. I would say maybe you got January, February, March, April, or January, February, March, April, Mayish, springtime. They'll push it. They hopefully they'll be well into it. Maybe 6 months into 2026, and their plan, well, their ultimate plan is to have this thing up and running in 2030. That means we're going to have to be here for another, starting in 26, we're going to have to be here for at least another 4 years. Most High is going to speed things up. Remember what it says in Matthew's, I believe it's Matthew 24 and Luke 21. At least there'll be no flesh to save. I'm going to go ahead and look that up. Let me just go to that real quick. Matthew 24. Matthew 24. Let me go. Saved. 23rd. Matthew 24, verse 13, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. '22nd verse, and except those days be shortened, because like I said, they plan to fully make this thing, fully happen by 2023. They have an agenda, 2023. But they're talking about they want it to be done before 2030. Did I say 2023? 2030. Agenda 2030. It says, and except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. You know what I'm going to do? Real quick. Let me just see what the chat says. I'm going to ask chat a question. Let me do it this way. I'm going to change the subject here. I'm interested in finding out what they say about this. Okay. What's GMS take on Matthew 24:22? Question mark. Hope this is not too long. GMS has a very clear, consistent interpretation of Matthew 24:22, and it connects directly to their doctrine about the last days, Esau's rulership, and the elect of Israel. Right, because it mentions the word elect. Matthew's 24, verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. GMS interpretation of Matthew's 24:22. Those days, the final period of Esau, Edom's rulership. GMS teaches that those days refer to the end of this current world system ruled by Esau, white European power structure, culminating in World War III, nuclear destruction, the MOTB system, RFID chip, extreme global chaos, which is the time of Jacob's trouble. What the hell is going on here? Okay. They view this period as so destructive that humanity could literally go extinct if God didn't intervene. Shorten Yahushua returning earlier than the destruction would otherwise allow. GMS believes the Most High is speeding up the collapse of this society. Like I said, their plan, their ultimate plan, their goal is Agenda 2030. So the elect can be delivered before complete annihilation. But the chip is going to come before the destruction. They commonly teach days are going to be faster. Prophecy and everything's moving fast. Prophecy is unfolding quicker. Knowledge shall increase. World events are escalating. And all of this, in their view, fulfills those days shall be shortened. Because the technology is here. They don't need to put the technology is here. People in Sweden, it's anywhere from 10,000 to 50,000 that have the chip that use it every day. Over there they call the NFC, near field communication. Over here they call the RFID, radio frequency ID. No flesh would be saved. Nuclear destruction would kill everyone. GMS applies this to the coming thermonuclear war and Revelation 17, Revelation 18, 2 Peter 3. Their reasoning, without divine intervention, the nuclear exchange of World War III would wipe out all life, because the Most High is going to concentrate those missiles. He's going to be in the missiles. That's Ezekiel 38, if I'm not mistaken. Ezekiel 38, I believe it's the 17th verse. Therefore, Yahushua must return in the midst of the destruction. But for the elect's sake, the 144,000 and the 1/3 remnant of Israel. And if you have any questions about GMS, all you got to do is go to the chat. Most of the time, they give you the exact, break it down the exact way we break it down. The elect equals Israel only, or the right Israel only among the elect. Among the Israel are the elect, primarily the 144,000 prophets, plus the great multitude, 1/3 of Israel, not any spiritual or universal group. It's an actual literal group of people. This excludes all other nations according to GMS teaching. Hang with me, almost done. The verse supports the doctrine that the elect will be delivered before full destruction. GMS uses this verse to solidify the idea that the elect will be delivered via the chariot, UFOs. Good job, chat. Before nuclear fire completely wipes out America, Babylon. They're on point. Thus, the shortening of days equals timely salvation just before complete destruction. Like I said, Agenda 2030 will happen, and I pray in 2026. Summary, and I'm gonna show you the rest of this video if I didn't show you it from the beginning. Summary, GMS position, and in one line, Matthew 24 verse 22 means the Most High is speeding up the collapse of Esau's world, so that the elect of Israel can be delivered by Yahushua before nuclear destruction wipes out all life. If you want, I can also explain GMS' view on the elect, how other Hebrew Israelite camps interpret this verse differently, how GMS links Matthew 24 to Revelation and 2nd Esdras. Yes, 2nd Esdras 13, 2nd Esdras 15, 2nd Esdras 16, Revelation 17, 18, Revelation 6, Revelation 19. So anyway, let's come back over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to this. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's load it down. This is for educational purposes only. I don't stand to make any money out of this under the Fair Use Act of 1976. So just listen. I didn't even hear this, but I caught the gates installed. Gates installed at grocery stores. No digital ID, no food, no bank, no health care. It's going to start with the card. You can get the card. You can get the fingerprint, digital fingerprint. You can get the digital palm print. You can get the face scan. You can get the eye retina scan. But as soon as you get the physical chip put in you, that's when you took the mark of the beast. So let's go ahead and listen. I didn't even hear this, but let's just go ahead and just listen.
The game plan is being shown to us here in America. If you go and Google
Hold
Canada,
up, let me do something. Okay,
in fact, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I will put it in here so that you can see what they are planning for the Canadian people over there. I promise you. Some of that is going to land here in the United States. They are holding them hostage. You got to get this digital ID or your insurance. You don't get your health care. You don't get your taxes. You get what I'm saying. And also, I'm going to leave a clip in here of them actually having installed those gates that you can't get into the store with unless you scan it. They haven't put the scanner on there yet.
Let me bring this back.
That's coming. Some of that is going to land here in the United States.
I'm sorry, I gotta bring this back even more.
They are holding them hostage. You gotta
bring this from the beginning, right here. Listen up. You other camps out there, you better wake up. GMS was always correct. GMS is the premier camp of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
I'm just out here trusting God. Listen, and that's who you gotta trust. You can't trust these people. But the game plan is being shown to us here in America. If you go and Google Canada laws and all of that, matter of fact, you ain't even got to do that if you don't want to. I will put it in here so that you can see what they are planning for the Canadian people over there. And I promise you, some of that is going to land here in the United States. They are holding them hostage. You got to get this digital ID or you don't get your insurance. You don't get your health care. You don't get your taxes. You get what I'm saying. And also, I'm going to leave a clip in here of them actually having installed those gates that you can't get into the store with unless you scan it. They haven't put the scanner on there yet, but that's coming. And in this video, it's going to tell you about when that's coming. So they're rushing this forward. Canada's really about to hit it right now. And we are next. We are next. Can you imagine not being able to go into the grocery store because you didn't get your digital ID? You didn't give up your life to them, because that's what you're doing, giving up your life.
See that? This is new at the grocery store. Very soon you're going to have a QR code right there for your digital ID, or else you can't enter.
So this is a bit of an emergency broadcast regarding the digital IDs. Yesterday in Canada, Justin Trudeau met with all of our provincial premiers and basically told them that we will not be able to get funding for our healthcare unless the premiers agree to the digital IDs. I will show all the proof. Now, those of you who think that digital IDs are great, they aren't.
You're going to have to get it, whether you want to get it or not. Now, this is the same thing that Sherman said, the Prime Minister of England, a couple of months ago. Remember, you said, let me spell it out. You have to get the... So they're doing it piecemeal. In other words, they're going from country to country, but you just can't blurt it out. You can't have a representative say every nation has a received. You gotta put it out there like this is just a good idea. England just came up with a good idea, and Canada just happened to come up with the same idea. No, they received a script, and it's going to lead to the mark of the beast, the actual microchip. Which this is not the microchip yet. It's just one step closer. It's the technology is here.
Or not. Let me show you what these digital IDs will actually entail when it comes to control. Here's an overview basically of everything that will be included in the digital IDs. This can be found on the WEF website and also on all of the provincial and government websites. You will have healthcare. You will not be able to access any healthcare without this digital ID. Financial system. You will actually not even be able to carry out bank accounts or carry out anything online regarding financial transactions. Food and sustainability. This says for farmers and consumers, you will not be able to get into stores. You will not be able to even sell anywhere. Once they have this system in place, this is where the digital currency will come in. Travel and mobility. We saw that with the Arrive scam app. Humanitarian responses, which is basically just garbage. It's in case something happens, they will be able to track and find you, including if you don't want anything injected in your body. E-commerce, you will not be able to shop online. Then you have social media platforms. You will literally need this ID in order to get TikTok, Twitter, or Facebook. No more fake accounts.
Or YouTube.
You have e-government. So if you want your taxes done, any sort of benefits from there, you will need this. Then it gets even scarier. Telecommunications. You will not be able to actually get an internet provider without this digital ID. And they will be able to track you. And then up there you have smart cities. And we all know what those are. Those of you
also known as 15 minutes
who think I'm lying, here's the federal condition. In order for us to access our money, our tax money, this is basically a hostage situation of our tax money. And what you will see is instigators, government instigators under Twitter, under Justin Trudeau, that basically say we need to push our provincial governments to, you know, get the money so that we can spend it better. No, we don't. We actually need to call.
This has to be 23-24 because Trudeau is no longer in office. Well, it says here, it says 2024, right? 2024. I guess that's 8 month, 10 day. So this is old.
All our provincial governments right now, today and tomorrow and every single day until they scrap this digital ID. They cannot pass this without our approval. So I need everybody in Canada.
They're gonna pass it. They're gonna pass it. Okay, because this has to fulfill prophecy. And ultimately you will receive a microchip. And Esau is up on this information. The children of this world are wise in their generation, and the children of light, the Israelites.
Canada to call your provincial governments and literally tell them that this is not going to happen. If we need to privatize, if we need to somehow get into a different system of healthcare, we need to do that. As for everyone in the United States, you're kind of lucky because your healthcare is privatized. There's also a lot more internet providers, some that will not go along with it because of
It will happen in America too. It's going to happen all around the planet.
Capitalism. So your money is actually speaking a lot louder in the United States, but Canada, this is coming down the pipeline, and it's coming down the pipeline fast, and we need to act.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows.
Let me do this here. No, we sound like a broken record, but this is a major prophecy that's going to come before the destruction and the deliverance. Let me see agenda. Let me do this. Agenda 2030 and the biometrics. I know we sound like a broken record, but okay, Agenda 2030 promotes the use of biometrics. Ultimately, that's a chip, primarily through Sustainable Development Goal, SDG, target 16.9, whatever that means, which aims to provide a legal identity for all by 2030. Biometric technology is seen by some UN agencies, governments, and private sector partners as a crucial, secure tool to achieve this goal, as well as to improve service delivery and management of migration. You know, the legals. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom, on to the next shalom.